oh my gosh, there's not going to be enough people to fill all these jobs. We're going to have to raise our rate really high because we want to be at the top of the list. We want to be priority.
There are a lot of unknowns in the bill, and I think that's the most dangerous part of it.
If this bill comes out, I'm just going to retire, and I assume a lot of officers are going to be doing the same.
Time is essential. This is going to affect a lot of small towns. It's going to affect smaller departments that help larger departments, and in turn, it's going to public safety.
Hello, I'm Josh Church, and I am here at the beautiful Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne, Indiana, located in Allen County. I am here to talk and bring up things about the HB1186 bill that affects law enforcement officers in the state of Indiana. It also affects the citizens and the people that visit the state of Indiana for public safety, emergency response, and so many other things across the state. The Memorial Coliseum is a very well-known location in the state of Indiana, and you have 9,500 people. Some of the concerts will bring 12,000, 15,000 people, spectators that come here. And for every so many thousands of them, you have officers that come in here. We're talking about today in this episode or this video that explains the benefits, the pros, the cons of this bill and how it's going to affect you, the citizen, the other officer that's here, and just anybody that visits Indiana, especially the people that and the spectators that come here to these venues across the state. That includes so many other different venues, the Indy 500, the Brickyard 400, any type of game, whether at the Pacers games, any major event that's going on at the Lucas Oil Stadium down in Indianapolis, or even Pacers games and other venues that I hadn't even mentioned. Bridge festivals, Marshall County Blueberry Festival, and all those other venues. These venues attract so many people from all over into these arenas that there's not enough officers in any given area to come in from the local area to cover the shifts and all the duties that are required at these major events. These things and these officers that actually come in, many of them are reserves that have qualified and done a 40-hour pre-basic. Some of them are Tier 2, Tier 1 officers that are certified by the state of Indiana.
This bill is going to really hurt small departments that rely on reserves. Our reserves actually cover shifts for us. If somebody goes on vacation, somebody's sick, somebody's in training, they cover shifts for us by themselves. We have 5 reserves and 5 full-time. It's really going to hurt Marshall County, because Marshall County, for instance, a lot of the calls generate in Plymouth area, around that area. Tippecanoe is in Marshall County, and if they get a call down there, we're usually the first ones there. I mean, it's a straight shot down 331.
My name's Stephen Frick. I've been on Bourbon Reserve Department for a little over a year and a half, maybe. I was also Marshall County Reserve for over 10 years. Most of our calls are right outside of our jurisdiction. Maybe not too far out of our jurisdictions, but we have a major highway that's right outside of our jurisdiction. Especially during the wintertime, there's a lot of accidents on that road. So, if we go to a call that's a quarter mile outside of our jurisdiction, unknown accident or a slide off or anything else, one prosecutor might say, well, that's not exigent circumstances. That's not an emergency, because then you're always going to be worried about, am I out of this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And we're miles away from most any other, the county units. They could be 25 miles away. In Bourbon, we have one officer on duty most of the time. Reserve units, they cover vacations, they cover the road when needed. So a lot of times we're the only one on the road. US 30, which connects 2 other states, we get a lot of interstate traffic. 331, State Road 331, connects a lot of towns and cities. But then again, our jurisdiction is just a little piece of that. So if anything happens right outside, or we have a lot of impaired drivers that are right outside of our jurisdictions, that may not otherwise be caught.